Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Driveables of the Commonwealth APC mod, which is being released by user Oinlin. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a fun new addition to blah blah de blah blah's Driveables of the Commonwealth with an APC with an actual functioning firing turret. And I love it. This is a pretty cool addition into the game and a great addition to Driveables of the Commonwealth, and having an actual firing turret just makes it even better, though it is still very experimental in terms of its turret, so it does have some limitations, though those are limitations apparently the mod maker is currently working on to try to make better. We'll talk about that in a little bit as to how that is all going at the moment. And all in all, though, this is a pretty awesome thing. Though you guys know me, I'm usually more of a fan of either very Fallout-ified things or old things being added into the game, and this is a pretty modern designed APC, though I gotta admit it is one of the designs IRL of modern tanks and APCs I actually like. This is based off of the real-world LAV-25, and I very much kind of enjoy that design of APC. You see it in a lot of countries these days. You've got the LAV-25 in the US, the ASLAV in Australia, though the US also has a very similar looking striker. The Swiss have the Moag Piranha that also kind of looks like this, and I can think of at least 4 or 5 others that all kind of look nearly the same as this thing. It's a pretty ubiquitous design for an APC, and I like it. I don't know why, but I really do enjoy it. And it's just a fun vehicle to have, and I think a great addition to Driveables of the Commonwealth. So let's talk about what all we are getting with this thing, and of course begin with some requirements. Of course, mod-wise, you are going to need Driveables of the Commonwealth for this thing to work, because, well, it functions off of that whole mod. You will also need, though, a DLC in the form of Far Harbor. That is one of the 2 requirements. Once you've got that, just like any other Driveables of the Commonwealth thing, you'll get a little spawn item show in your miscellaneous inventory, where we've got this APC spawn marker, and all you gotta do to drop it is, well, drop it. There we go, just hit R to lay it on the ground, and we have our lovely little guy there. And we can, of course, move it from here if we'd like it to face a different direction, or, you know, pick it back up if we so desire. But once you are ready for it to go and have it where you want it, you just hit the spawn, interact with it, and yeah, like with any other Driveables of the Commonwealth, you'll get this little UI, though the important thing for us is to build an APC. Now, once we click this, I'm not going to click it yet, something different from normal will happen. So let's click it. We get another almost identical UI pop up, and that's because of the experimental turret. It's basically giving you a chance to have just a static turret with the APC basically functioning like any other Driveables of the Commonwealth vehicle, just with a turret that cannot move. It'll still fire, but it can't move. If you go with the experimental turret, it can turn ever so slightly to the left or right whenever you desire, which again, not a full rotation, but still something, and experimental, so understandable. So you've got the choice of going with either a static turret or the experimental. We'll go with the experimental and then just, you know, stand back so you don't get crushed by the thing. And wait for it. Boom, there we go. We've got ourselves an APC, and it's as simple as just going up to it, interacting again, and, you know, once more, we get the typical Driveables of the Commonwealth UI here. And before we actually drive, I do quickly want to go over the looks menu for this, because it does have a handful of options for you to change up the look of this vehicle. Now, in the looks menu, the first thing we've got is the color and texture, and this is our biggest category here, with 3 options, which of course are the 3 that I have on the stage of either the pre-war, post-war, or very post-war if you're wanting a real rusty APC out in the world. So those are your options there. And then we also have the body section, which has just 2 options of either having the driver hatch open or close. By default, it will be closed, but you can set it to open if you so desire, so I'll set that there. And this hatch right there, you can see, is now open. And that's our driver position. And I can just show it off closed again here real quick. There we go. Bye-bye, little hatch. But yeah, let's actually put that to open there. And, because I actually haven't tried driving it when open, so... just to see if we can actually see our character. I haven't tested that yet. Now, you'll notice there are a few minor texture issues right now. We've got a missing texture on the hatch and also a missing texture, which actually isn't showing on here right now. Let's go up to these. On the back, you can actually see we normally should have functioning moving propellers, you know, amphibious vehicle and all, but one of them, the left side, is without a texture. There is an optional file you can download for this. I did not download it though because I wanted to show off this issue, and at the moment that's only a manual download, not an automatic download into your mod manager, so just to keep that in mind. Honestly, it hasn't really bothered me though, so meh. But I wonder why all of these are showing propellers, but not mine down here. Granted, normally you're only supposed to have one of these things, not 4. So that might be why having this many of the APCs in the world may be what's causing a slight glitch for us. Because yeah, typically you just get the one miscellaneous item, and that's it. But oh well, missing propeller for now, a little strange. But let's jump on in to our lovely vehicle, and as usual with Driveables the Commonwealth, we get the list of all of the different, you know, functions and controls, and so that you can always bring this up just in case by hitting 4 if you ever forget any of the things, which I do appreciate that because I do forget. For instance, I always forget what the lights are, but they are 5, so I'll show those off real quick. We do have headlights on the APC there, which I do like. We, of course, do have a good horn. A nice good horn. Oh, I held it too long. That's if we go back into here real quick. On Q, tap for horn, but if you hold it, you get a fuzz do beep, which was a weird little pulse thing. That's strange, but okay. Now, an important thing for us, because we do have a weapon, is the F key, which will shoot our turret. And boom! It basically just fires a rocket down range. Now, as for the movable aspect of our turret, like I said, it is still limited. It only moves a little bit to the left and the right. And you do that with the same keys you use to turn. So if I hit A, it moves a little bit over that way, and I can now fire over there. If I hit D, it moves a little bit over that way, and I can fire over there. So the mod maker is hoping to be able to map, say, the arrow keys to this perhaps in the future. That seems to be their current goal from what I saw on the mod page. But for now, that is your limitation, is just those keys, which does mean, it can get a little bit wonky when you're driving, but I actually do kind of like when you are driving around, seeing the turret moving along with you. I think that's pretty fun. Now, as for the speed of this thing, it starts out pretty slow, but, like with, again, anything with Driveables, the Commonwealth, you can actually change up how it handles, as well as the speed of the thing by just using the right keys in here. So that's just going to be down to you with how you want to fine-tune the vehicle. By default, it kind of goes a bit slow. But still, for an APC in the Commonwealth, I don't think it's too bad. And I mean, come on. Functioning turret. I love this thing. I do wish we could aim up and down. That is unfortunately not a thing. Again, at the moment, though, you know, I can't wait to see what happens in the future with this. I really do hope the mod maker figures out how to map that to the arrow keys, because I think that'd be pretty cool if you could actually properly manually control this turret and aim it nicely. I think that'd be really cool. But for now, it's just a nice, interesting new Driveables of the Commonwealth vehicle to get added into the game, and one that, you know, has some firepower behind it, which is awesome. So there we go. Get out of the thing. There we are. Lovely. So yes, that's really all I have to talk about with this thing. It's just a wonderful addition to Driveables of the Commonwealth and a great addition to the game in general. So if you'd like to take a look at it for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description of the video as per usual. And yeah, that's going to be it for today, my friends. So hopefully you all have enjoyed, and you do come back for whatever mod we do look at next. But until then, thank you for watching, and as always, well, have a good one.